Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my whole handheld collection. I wish I was doing this a little bit earlier because in the last 6 months I have parted ways with a few things. Nothing major, just a few Switch games, a couple of DS games. I'm pretty sure that is it. I've got a couple of things just to show straight away because these are kept with all this stuff. So who remembers these? These are Pokemon premieres, or I think the action flips. I think they were. I always thought these came in cereal boxes, but they didn't. They were released in '99. I only have one of them, but I remember having a bunch of them. This is a Mankey and a Primate one. It's just like a holographic sort of. It's a bit scratched on the front though, so it's a little bit ruined, but it's not really working well on the camera. But it's cool. I keep it with the Game Boy games. And the second thing is I actually have a bootleg Pokemon Sapphire. I've had this since I was a kid. If I remember, I don't think it ever saved on it. I don't know why. I could never save on it. Yeah, so that's just two things just to get out of the way. So I'll work my way up through, I guess, like the generations of games and handheld devices. So I'll go with the Game Boy Color. I've got Pokemon Pinball. I'll tell you something funny about this actually. I opened it up like a few months back and it had a battery inside it, and I looked at the date of the battery, and the date of the battery was like 2000 or something like that. And I just thought that was like kind of crazy. I could do with cleaning it up a little bit, really. It's a little bit dirty, I'm not gonna lie. But obviously this game needs a battery because it has a rumble pack in it. So it vibrates when you play it like a pinball machine sort of thing. So let's go to some devices. I used to have a Game Boy Advance, but I sold that a few years back. So I've only got the SP now. It's my childhood one. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. I think if I got offered £1,000, I probably won't get rid of it. It's just I think it's the one thing I hold from being a child that holds most memories for me. I think every time I look at this is the exact one I played on all the time. I had an Advance, but when I got this, like I never touched the Advance ever again. This was it. Honestly, this was it. So many. I mean, it's completely bad. It's so scratched on the back, if you can see. It's completely bad. Like I said, it was a child that owned this, and that child was me. So let's get on to the next one. Let's get into some games now. This is this is kind of my holy grail of games. So I keep it in a Nintendo bag, an official Game Boy Nintendo bag, which is also really bad, as you can see. Also had this since I was a kid. I used to walk around with all my games in there. Yeah, what a time to be alive. I'm just going to show you what's inside of it, and we'll go through it. So starting off in chronological order, we have Pokemon Red. I had two of these. I sold one about 3 or 4 years ago. I think it might have been in lockdown. I don't think I sold it for a lot as well. I don't think they were worth half as much as I know. Maybe I sold it for like 25 or 30. Maybe like, do you know what? I'm so out of sync with with Game Boy and Pokemon and stuff like. I've always played it growing up, but the last couple of years I've just, hence why I said like I had a few Switch games and I've sold them. The last couple of years I just I haven't been playing it honestly. But these are the stuff I'll never get rid of. These are all these games now. These two and the next three are games I've had since being a child. You can see the wear on them. If I show you the red again, you can see the wear on them. Oh, I'm gonna break them at this point. Yeah, so we've got Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red, and then we have Pokemon Gold. So these are not, like I said, none of these have been bought recently. These are all that I've owned for, I'd say at least 20 years now. Next up, we have Pokemon Leaf Green. Probably the game I spent most time on as a child. Definitely, I spent most time on this one as a child. And last but not least, Pokemon Ruby. So I'm just kind of like looking over the top to see if it focuses and see if it's in shot. Good. Yeah, so these are all the games I've had since a child. So I'm just going to pack these up real quick. Okay, on to the next. We have the next generation, which is the DS generation. I do have an original DS, like an OG DS somewhere. I couldn't find it for the video. I don't know what I've done with it. It's somewhere, but one of the hinges are broke on it. So yeah, this is the 2DS, the white and red. I got this when it came out, and I've had that ever since. Next up, we have a 3DS. It's kind of dirty looking at it right now. It's a little bit dirty. It could do with a clean, to be honest. Probably the best handheld of them all, to be honest. I think there's nothing beats the 3DS. I think it's an amazing handheld device. Just the games you can get on this console are crazy good, crazy good. And then the two games I have in box for the DS is the box is already open. I nearly flung it everywhere. Pokemon Omega Ruby, great game. It's all complete and stuff in box. Still got the scratchy thing for the Nintendo Club. And last but not least, in the boxed versions, I have Pokemon Pearl. I've had that since the day it came out. I'll just show you the inside of it. I'm dropping it all over the place. There it is. Fully complete, well looked after. I think when I got to this age, I was looking after my games a little bit more. Whereas from when I was a child, I wasn't really looking after them too much. Next, I've got this Super Mario Nintendo bag, like a zip bag sort of thing. It's kind of cool. I've had this for years as well. I don't know where I got this from, but it has like 4 slots up here for games. So I'll just get through into these games. These are obviously games I've not got boxes for. I had boxes for these games. I don't know what to do with them. I wasn't too bothered when I was younger about boxes, so I either used to just let the boxes get thrown or yeah. So we've got Super Mario Bros. We've got Super Mario DS, which is a sort of like a port over from Super Mario 64. And we have the OG Mario Kart. God, I used to play that game so much. So much. And then here I've just got a bunch of loose games I think I got with a bundle a few years ago. I believe this game here is quite expensive as well in box. It's Call of Duty Black Ops. I believe that game's got a little bit of a price to it. Midnight Play Pack. I've never played these games. NCIS 3D. Of course. Brain Training. You don't have a handheld collection unless you have Brain Training. Oh, my video's finished in the background and the ads are just going off. Right, so that's the DS done. And last but not least, we have a Nintendo Switch. Yeah, ever since I bought this, I haven't really played it as much as I probably could. I think that's when I think I bought this to try and revive my handheld love back, but just didn't enjoy it that much. Honestly, I'd much prefer to go back on the Game Boy and play like Leaf Green or Fire Red or something like that. I enjoyed Pokemon Shield. That was kind of fun. Um, yeah, I just didn't enjoy it that much. I mean, it's okay. It wasn't. It's not as a good experience as, let's say, like like the DS when that came out. Not for me anyway. Maybe for like the newer kids now, but the one game I have on Switch is a Pokemon Violet. It's sealed. Still got the Nintendo seal, as you can see. Um, I have no plan on playing it. I'm just gonna keep hold of it as long as I can, to be honest. Like I said, I did have about 6 or 7 Switch games, but I've recently traded in and CX a voucher just to swap for other things that I want. Because I've been pushing my collection more towards like PlayStation stuff and that really. I don't think any of this stuff I've shown, I won't get rid of any of it. Um, yeah, it was just like a couple of DS games and a couple of Switch games that I could deal with parting with. To be honest, I don't trade much of my own stuff in like at all really. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that's my handheld collection. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a comment. Um, Let me know what your favorite game is on any handheld device. I'd love to see. Take it easy and hope you all have a good day.